Hello, welcome to another bee video. In today's video, we're gonna check this hive out. We're gonna take a look at their population. You can see how they're all bunching up on the front here. It's been about a week, and this hive, the pattern this queen is laying is really tight, and she had a lot of brood in there. So I'm thinking while this activity is out here, maybe they're running out a little bit of space. So we're gonna take a look and see if we need to help them out. So stick around, we're gonna open this one up. All right, got our smoker going. Typically our bees are pretty okay, you know. I work with a few beekeepers and they're not the biggest on smokers, but they definitely will tell you, have one ready. So we got one ready. And pop our lid. We got it glued on good. Oh yeah. Population's looking good up here. You can see the propolis line they were doing around there. Really glued this one on tight. Oh yeah, look at this population. So this is an 8-frame hive, and we've just been given some free gear. So thanks to them for, we got a 10-frame kit that we just got for free. So I don't have enough 8-frame gear to expand these the way I think I need to. So what I'm gonna do is, because I have more 10-frame gear, it's just move them, I think, over to a 10-frame box. So that's part of what we're doing today. Oh wow, you got bees up here attacking this beetle. It's cool to see. Ah! All right, I might crush a bee trying to crush the beetle. We'll leave it. Get our lid off, and we've kind of jumbled the box a little bit doing all of our work. I'm not coming in with the gentlest touch so far. It might be a little aggravated. Oh, look at this. We're getting honeycomb packed with honey right here at the top. That's pretty. And I mean, the population does look good, and I think that is going to be the call. That was what I was going to do coming into this, is moving them to a 10-frame based on hopefully good population. And this looks really good. The only thing I do want to do is check a few frames before we start moving everybody out, and have a look and make sure nothing crazy is happening in here, like, you know, if they're struggling with beetles, if they got anything, because if they're not managing the space they have now well, and I give them more space, you know, it might be too early. So this frame here just looks like some fresh drawn comb, which is nice to see. We got them struggling over here, not too happy with it, but it is good to see them working on it. Check out all the bees over here huddling up. Just at the water fountain, getting some honey. Nothing to see here. I'll be transferring all that over into some new comb. Unfortunately, we're in here messing everything up. Got some wonky comb happening here. See, I did use beeswax on this and really scrubbed it down good, but they still, it's not their favorite. Looking good over here. No eggs in it, but that is some nice comb, and the numbers are good. Whoop, almost dropped it. Yeah, so they look healthy, and they're gonna run out of room. And as I said, I don't quite have enough 8-frame boxes. I have more 10-frame gear, and especially if you know, you get a good deal on gear, or if you get some handed to you, you know, you can't turn it down. So I think upgrading these girls, they've been working hard. We'll upgrade them to a 10-frame box. Ah, oh, that's some weight. Oh, that's some weight. There's a bunch of fuzzy bees in here. Look at that. Bunch of bee bread, bunch of brood, some drone stuff over there on the side. And we got some wonky comb on this side too, but hey, Mother Nature is doing its thing. That brood pattern looks really good on this one. And that's what's wild. The pattern on this hive, this queen, she's got a really nice pattern. So we'll hit one of these frames here in a minute where it's just gorgeous. I guess maybe as I'm pulling these, I need to be maybe just placing them in the new hive. So, a bunch of bees here with nectar on them. We got, I guess they say wet brood or wet larva stuff getting ready to be capped. We got stuff in different stages. We got good capped brood. And so this is what I mean. This queen and this hive, they are going from basically all the way over here to this side. You know, they're not filling it in with honey and nectar on the edge here. It's a really awesome pattern she has all the way across, even though there's some backfilling happening in this one, which is kind of cool to see considering we do not have a feeder on it. So what I'm actually hoping and looking for really is some eggs before I make this transfer. That's the only thing I want to see, and not that I'm not really experienced enough to say like, oh yeah, you gotta see that before you know, I don't know nothing. I'm in here looking at everything. Look at this brood pattern. That's what I mean. Like, yeah, they didn't have the comb all the way to the edge here, but she did lay all the way to the edge of where the comb was drawn. And let's see, we kind of got an overcast day today, so I'm not having the best eye for eggs, but there's really good brood here, really good honey, and that was on a white foundation. I know some people, there's some debates out there on white foundation, black foundation. I don't know enough. To me, that's what came in the nook I got, so I got white frames, you know, whatever. I know the black frames, I've definitely waxed down my fair few foundations, and they are good for getting hot and having that wax adhere good to it. But check this out. This is what I mean. Look at the brood pattern. This queen goes from edge to edge. This is, and I mean, just a little bit of honey packed up here at the top. Gorgeous stuff. And I know that being a lighter color, I think that does mean something. I don't know if that means like temperature, if maybe those might be damaged or something, if it's a lighter color. What am I seeing here? I'm seeing a bunch of wet, and I do see a little bit of like, I'm not seeing egg, but I'm seeing like 2 to 3 day stuff. So I don't know how well the camera is getting in on that, but just super pretty stuff. This is a very, very gorgeous hive, very pretty nook that we got. And this is one of the beekeepers I'm studying under. He's 15 years in, and I go out there and help him. I think he said he's 67 or 78. I don't know why I'm so far off on those numbers, but those are the only two that's screaming my name. And you know, I go out there and I help him bees labor a little bit, and he gives me bees. So we have a pretty good deal going. So he supplied the bees for Hive 2 and Hive 3. And I'm hoping to learn how to grow my own bees by next spring. And that way I won't have to break my back for somebody else's bees, you know. Try to mentor under somebody. All right, getting our new gear kind of laid out. And these foundations haven't been waxed yet. So that is kind of a mistake on my end, not being prepared, having those pre-waxed. But I think we're going to be in okay shape. These bees are hardy and robust enough. And actually what we're going to do, since we're putting a new hive on them, is or adding more frames for them to do work on, we're going to add them a feeder back on for like a week, just to help them get the comb drawn up, just to help them jumpstart all the new area we're going to give them. So we are going to put a feeder back on this one, and I'm trying to get these to double deep by the end of the year. I'm trying to learn how to grow bees. On hive 1 down here, we're going to try and get honey out of them, and maybe we'll get honey out of 1 or 2 of these as we break them down going into the fall. All that sounds good. That's the plan. We'll see how far we get. All right, so last one we checked was here, so we're going to pull these next 2 and start placing them in from right to left over here. And then because we're going to need 2 more, I got one stinging me on my leg. This one just got me on the leg. She just flew off, but the stinger is still in. What are you doing to me? Ah, doggone it. Yep, I got the stinger out immediately. Woo! Well, welcome back to beekeeping. I'm out here in shorts, black shorts. And you wonder why you get stung in the leg. All right. So let's get these last 2 frames out. Oh, they're a little stuck together. And I already got hit once in the leg. So let's hope they don't know how to all do that at the same time. I think they're just a little frustrated that I've got them open. And I'm feeling a little cool breeze on my neck. I hope there's not a rain cloud coming, and maybe that's what they're telling me. Hey, oh my gosh, look at that brood pattern, y'all. That's what I'm saying. This hive, I watch a lot of YouTube, probably like y'all do, YouTube life. I mean, I look at a lot of hives, and I'm out here helping a beekeeper that has over 60 hives. And that, I'm telling you, that right there is a tight brood pattern. We got a really awesome hive here, y'all. Got a bee crawling on my foot. I'm out here in Crocs and shorts. It's about to be June 1st in Georgia, y'all. It's hot. And I'm in a bee suit, What are you gonna do? You just gotta get stung sometimes, yeah? All right, so we're gonna start sliding and transferring these back over 1 by 1. And let's go ahead, and since we're gonna be adding a few frames, let's go ahead and put an empty one out here on this outside, just to keep most of the hive in the center, I think that's what we're supposed to be doing as beekeepers. I don't know, this is my first year, y'all. Trying to transfer them over nice and easy. We've already looked at everything. We didn't find the queen, and I wasn't really looking for her. Mostly I look for, if we're seeing good activity, then everything else is probably in good shape. But, that advice can probably steer you wrong sometimes too. So, yep, we're going to give them 2 more frames of space. That's what we're kind of going for here. And they do have some wonky comb already in here. And we didn't really wax the new frames that we're adding, so we're not being the best prepared on this. But, you know, maybe next week we'll check the progress, and if they're not happy with it, we'll have some frames and foundations ready to go for them. Maybe we'll swap them out. Yep, there's sprinkles. It's sprinkling. I think that's what they were telling me. You better hurry the heck up, it's coming. So yeah, we didn't pre-wax these. This is just Amazon special saying they pre-wax foundations. From what I'm learning, you still want to get your own beeswax and at least try to scrape it in real good just to give them a little extra wax, give them a little extra, you know, guidance to hopefully, hey y'all, come over here. All right, so what I'm gonna do, let's try to make good decisions here. Let's pick this box up and I'm gonna set it up here. All right, because what I'm gonna do is I need to shake all these bees onto here. So let's go ahead and just get this in an elevated position. Move kind of slow. Remember, I'm in shorts. Please don't get me. And if you move slow enough, you know, we're like a statue. They got shit to do. Well, sorry for the language. I don't know if you got kids. You know, they got empire stuff to do. It's real empire stuff. They got things to do. They don't need to be stinging you and dying for the cause, you know. They need to make sure everything here is good. So as long as you kind of move slow and don't be too aggressive, at least when I'm like out here doing this, that's like my meditation. Move slow, be easy. Lost my hive tool, naturally. And then they really glued this box down. They did a good job. This is a really robust, strong bees, good set of hives. So we're gonna take this and I'm gonna hold it and try to like bump my hand on the hive. I'm not gonna try and slam the wood. I'm gonna bump my hand. And bump them down just like that. Now about 10 of them fell in my Crocs and I'm trying not to panic. Oh. All right, no matter how hot it is, you gotta have some damn pants on. This is not good. All right, so get a good shake on these. And we're just gonna set this right next to the old hive location, just right next door. And we'll let these bees hopefully just find their way back over here. I got a bunch on my feet. Trying not to panic. All right, we got our bottom box. Same kind of thing. Kind of shake those off in there. And then we'll leave this open like this and let them find their way back over. All right, we got our new lid. Now, I find these lids, I'm getting the advice from my keepers to maybe cut a little notch in these for a little air hole. And I haven't done one yet for this one. I just realized that it needs it. So I'm just gonna put it on for now and I'll probably come back and notch this. So just notes for next time. Kind of need to wax these outer frames and put a notch in for our lid. All right, try and get our lid on here without smashing anybody. And I did notice a few beetles in the hive. So next time we come in, we need to put a beetle trap, AKA our little lint trap. And then, oh yeah, they gave us a queen excluder, still stuck in the top. And again, this was given to us by friends and family. And they put it together and they just didn't get around to getting bees, you know. So we're very thankful to always get free gear. You know, thank you so much. The bees are going to enjoy it. And eventually, you know, the 8-frame stuff, I'll get to use them one day. It'll all have a purpose, but they needed a little bit more room, I think, and hopefully they'll fill that in. And it may not be tonight, maybe in the next night or two, we'll add the top round feeder. We'll put it right here, and then we'll just put an empty 10-frame box here, and then do the lid over it, and then just give them a little extra boost to maybe draw those new frames we gave them. And I think that's going to be it. Well, I appreciate y'all staying and hanging out. If you're here this long, you know, maybe consider, I hate being the YouTube guy. Oh yeah, drop a sub and a like, but you know, I would appreciate it. We're trying to grow the beehives, you know. We got a few more coming, and hopefully we'll keep y'all updated on these hives. Well, I got some cleanup to do. We'll catch y'all on the next one.